Hi, this is Sunny and welcome to my channel. Hi, today I'm going to be reviewing a film teaser for the new film called Kedarnath, starring Sushant Singh Rajput and Sara Ali Khan. So let's get into it and then we'll discuss. 7th of December, so mark your calendars for that. Wow, okay. I have some thoughts about this. It was a teaser, not a trailer, but the film stars Sushant Singh Rajput and Sara Ali Khan. Now, Sara Ali Khan is making her debut, and she is the daughter of Saif Ali Khan, who recently was applauded for his role in the Netflix series Sacred Games. So I think the world is more exposed to Saif Ali Khan, and this is his daughter. He had another Bollywood film released last week called Bazaar, which was almost a take on The Wolf of Wall Street. Or Wall Street even, with Michael Douglas. The film was lukewarm in terms of the audience response, but he lit up the screen every time he was on there, so his acting was appreciated. But he's doing some really good work at the moment. He's on a bit of a high roll, and to have his daughter now step into the film industry, that is exciting news, because Sara Ali Khan actually comes from good pedigree of film actors in her family. Her mother was also a huge superstar called Amrita Singh from the 90s, so she obviously has groomed her as well. Her grandmother is the legendary actress from the 60s and 70s, Shamila Tagore, who is also related to the poet Rabindranath Tagore. And of course her aunt, her father's sister, is Soha Ali Khan, and her husband is Kunal Khemu. So practically everybody in her family has been in the acting profession. So I think she is a natural, because from what I saw, without any dialogue, she has immense screen presence. And from what I've also read, is that she was a little bit of a show-off as a child who liked to do little skits and pretend. So I feel that she has been acting all her life, so she's ready for this. She has that kind of X factor from what I can see. Let's hope she does really well in this film. Having said that, she is having another release in 2 weeks' time after this film, with Ranveer Singh in the lead, in the film called Simba, directed by Rohit Shetty, who is known to give huge blockbuster hits. So again, if this film doesn't do too well, then she has that to fall back on, and she's busy now shooting for all her other projects. So she's already got two in the bag, and they'll be released back to back. So I think, she's a rising star before she's even had one release to her name. I feel that she will probably live up to our expectations, and I'm dying to see this film because of her and what she has to bring to it. The film is directed by Abhishek Kapoor, who directed Sushant Singh in his very first Bollywood film, Kapoor, and it did really well. So Sushant has actually had quite a successful career so far, where he's played MS Dhoni in the film MS Dhoni. He was extremely well received, and I personally liked one of his films, which was Detective Byomkesh Bakshi, which I really loved. But unfortunately, his last big film, Rabda, was a total disaster. So I'm just hoping that this is good for him, and this brings it all back for him and brings him back on course. I did find it a little bit. I had a little bit of interpretation about this film, because I felt that maybe they should have gone with a new actor opposite Sara Ali Khan. But I'm okay with Sushant. He's a brilliant actor. He's good at what he does. So I'm hoping that this works. The only couple of other interpretations that I have with this film is that it's a story about a Hindu Muslim boy and girl. So I think Sushant plays a Muslim boy who's a carrier who takes Sara on a pilgrim where you have to climb these huge sort of mountains to get to the temple at the top. The temple is called Kedarnath, so you have to climb those, and you see the scene where he's actually carrying her on his back in what looks like a basket, but it's actually one of those baskets with a seat in it, and usually people who can't walk up those are actually, they hire these guys to take them up there. So I think he plays a Muslim guy and she plays a Hindu girl. Now traditionally, and then of course it's actually set in the backdrop of a real life incident which happened in the area at the time a few years ago, where there was a huge flood and thousands of people died. So that's the backdrop of it. So my initial sort of hesitation about this was that it's a Hindu-Muslim love story. So when you have religious relationships in films, they don't tend to do too well. I mean, from what we've seen in history, and also disaster movies don't tend to do so well. So I'm hoping that this is not the case. Plus, also the fact that this film actually had to be stopped halfway through because they ran out of money, and there were issues with dates and the directors, and a couple of things. People weren't sort of getting on. So I just hope it hasn't affected the story so much. It was only when Saif Ali Khan stepped in and decided to sort things out. In the meantime, while that was going on, Sara signed the film Simba opposite Ranveer Singh. So she started shooting before the shooting of this film was completed. So again, there was debate about which is going to be her first release. So of course, I think Saif Ali Khan stepped in and said, right, let's sort this out. So now we're back on track. So I just hope that this film actually does well. I think it probably will do because the curiosity around Sara, and I think even if it doesn't do well, she's got something releasing 2 weeks after, which is probably guaranteed to be a box office hit anyway. So she's busy signing films left, right and centre. She's got 2 films in the kitty already, releasing back to back. So I think she's going to do well out of this. Sushant, I hope for him that he actually has a hit on his hands. I'm quite impressed with the visuals of the floods, the dark tone, the rousing music that goes with it. I feel that the scenery and the location is going to be magnificent on the big screen to look at. So all in all, I just hope that it turns out to be a good entertainer, and probably it'll turn out to be a tragic love story. I don't know. I'm just guessing, because that seems to be the in thing at the moment, where true love kind of doesn't win at the end, kind of thing. So I don't know. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. People feel cheated, like we wish that they lived happily ever after. but sometimes it makes sense to actually see a tragic love story. So I don't know what the ending is, but that's just my guess. So don't take it literally, guys. I haven't spoiled the ending for you, so don't worry. But it's just my feeling, my gut feeling. But I could be wrong. So let's just wait and see what happens when it's released. Keep watching this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tell everybody about it, and make this Starlight family grow into a huge, huge family. And keep watching until the next time. This is Sunny signing out.